and you're still angry. You can feel it in your body. The heat hasn't left. Your jaw is tight. Your shoulders are braced. Your hands might be clenched, or they might just feel ready to close into fists. Your heart is still beating like it thinks it needs to run or fight or say something sharp and final. And your mind is running the loop, playing the moment back, rehearsing what you should have said, what you will say, keeping the argument alive in the dark room where everything else is quiet. You are allowed to be here. You are allowed to be angry. Something felt crossed, or unfair, or disrespectful. And the body doesn't just switch off because the clock says it's time for sleep. The heat stays. The readiness stays. You are not broken for feeling this. You are not failing at rest. You are simply still angry, and that is allowed. There is nothing you have to solve right now. There is no score you have to settle before the sun comes up. No one needs an answer from you tonight. The only thing that needs to happen now is that the heat comes down enough for you to sleep. Not gone, just down, quiet enough to rest. So let me help your body come off the boil, not by talking you out of what you feel, not by making you see the other side, or be reasonable, or calm down, simply by letting the physical tightness ease so the night can do its work. You can start with your breath. You don't need to change it dramatically. Just notice it. It's probably riding high in your chest, fast, shallow, ready. That's the body keeping the engine running for a confrontation that isn't happening in this room. You can let it slow, not by forcing, just by letting the exhale be longer than the inhale. Breathe in, and then let it out slower. Let the breath go out through your mouth or your nose, whichever feels easier, and let it take longer than the breath in. A long, slow exhale. That's the break. That's the body beginning to believe that it doesn't have to spring into action right now, that the danger is not immediate, that the fight can wait. Do that again, in and out slower. Let your shoulders drop on the exhale, not because you're letting go of the anger, but because you're letting go of the brace. The anger can stay. The clench doesn't have to. Now your jaw. You might not realize how hard you're holding it. The teeth pressed together, the muscle locked. You can let that soften. Just let your teeth part slightly. Let the muscle under your ears unclench. You don't have to grit your way through the night. You can be angry with a soft jaw. It doesn't make you less committed to your point. It just makes you more comfortable. Your hands, if they are fists, let them open slowly, finger by finger. Let the palms rest open on the bed or against your sides, heavy, empty of the urge to grab or strike or hold tight. They can be open and you can still be angry. The anger doesn't live in your fists. It lives in knowing something was wrong, and you can know that with open hands. Now the shoulders again. All evening they have been up, braced, carried high and hard, like you were about to lift something or block a blow. Let them come down. Let them sink back into the mattress, away from your ears, the upper back widening and spreading against the bed. There is nothing to shoulder here in the dark, nothing to carry until morning. And your chest. Anger sits there too, tight and full, the breath held high, like you are always half a second from speaking. Let the next breath go all the way out, all of it, that held breath you keep in reserve for the thing you are going to say. You don't need it right now. There is no one here to say it to, so you can let it out, and let the chest soften, and let the air move low and slow and easy. In that tight, hot place behind your eyes and across your forehead, where a hard day gathers. Let it ease. Let the skin there go smooth. Nothing is bright in here. Nothing is loud. Nothing is asking anything of you. So the face can stop holding its ground. Each time you breathe out, the heat comes down a notch. Not disappearing, just cooling, like a burner turned down to low. Still warm, no longer boiling over. The pot stops rattling on the stove. It just sits there, warm and quiet, no longer about to spill. Because being right and being ready to act are two different things. You can be right that something was unfair and still not have to settle it tonight. The anger can be true and not have to run the night. It can exist in the room without you having to pick up the argument again, without you having to rehearse the speech, without you having to win. And let me be plain about something, so you can stop fighting with yourself as well as with them. The anger makes sense. It is not a flaw in you. It is not something you have to apologize for or talk yourself out of. Something felt crossed or unfair or disrespectful, and the anger is just the part of you that noticed, doing exactly what it is meant to do. You do not have to let it go tonight. You do not have to forgive anyone. You do not have to decide it wasn't a big deal, or be the bigger person, or find the kind reading of what they did. Not tonight. You get to still be angry, and also lie here, and also rest. The night is not for winning. The night is for rest. The fight will keep. It will be there in the morning if you want it. If it still matters when you wake up, you can pick it up again. But you will pick it up with a rested mind, a cooler head, a body that isn't vibrating with the urge to snap. You will handle it better for having slept. You will see clearer for having rested. Nothing is lost by waiting. Nothing is won by carrying this into your dreams. So you can put it down, just for now, not forever, just until morning. Set the argument down like a heavy book you were reading. Close it. Place it beside the bed. It will still be there. The pages won't change. The words you wanted to say will still be available to you tomorrow. But you don't have to hold it open right now. You don't have to keep reading the same paragraph over and over. When your mind tries to run the scene again, and it will, you can notice it. You can see the replay starting, the image of their face, the sound of their voice, the perfect comeback forming on your tongue. You can see it, and you can choose not to follow it. You can say, "Not now." You can set that thought down too, and come back to your breath. In and out, slower. The heat coming down, the jaw soft, the hands open. You don't have to solve the whole thing tonight. You don't have to decide if you're right or if they're wrong, or what you're going to do about it. You don't have to fix anything. You only have to rest. The problem will keep. It is not so urgent that it needs to be solved in the dark when you are tired. The world will not end if you sleep on it. In fact, the world might look very different after sleep. Let yourself believe that this can wait, that you are safe enough to close your eyes, that the anger is not going to evaporate if you rest, so you don't have to stay awake guarding it. It will be there. You can trust it to stay. You can also trust yourself to handle it when the time comes. You are capable. You are an adult who knows how to stand up for yourself. You don't have to practice it right now. The heat is fading now. Not gone, but fading into something else. Into ordinary tiredness. The kind of heavy, simple tiredness that comes after a long day. Your limbs feel heavy. The mattress feels softer. The pillow cradles your head. The room is quiet. The anger is becoming distant. Not resolved, just far away. Underneath the anger, worn thin by it, you are just tired. And you are allowed to be tired now. All that heat took something out of you. Holding the argument all evening, running it and running it, kept you braced and burning. And that is exhausting. And you don't have to keep doing it. You are allowed to stop. You are allowed to put the whole thing down and simply be a tired person in a warm bed, in a quiet room. Nobody is coming. There is no fight in this room. Nothing to defend here. Nothing to guard. The door is closed, and the day is on the other side of it, and it will still be there in the morning, and that is fine, because morning is hours away, and this stretch of dark is only for resting. The grievance is going quiet now, going soft at the edges, drifting further with every slow breath out, until it is just a small, far-off thing you know is there and don't have to hold. Every breath out, a little more of the day's heat leaving you, a little more of the charge draining out of your arms and your chest and your jaw, a little more room arriving in its place. Quiet and warmth and weight and the slow, easy breath. Nothing loud, nothing sharp, nowhere to be, nothing to answer, only this. You can let the replay slow down, let the images blur, let their face lose its edges. The words become sounds without meaning, just noise, fading into the background hum of the room. The breath keeps going. You don't have to work at it anymore. It just flows in and out, in and out. The fight can wait. The words can wait. The winning can wait. The being right can wait. All of it can wait. The morning will come. You will be ready for it then. But now, you can be horizontal. You can be still. You can be warm under the covers. Feel that warmth where the blanket meets your shoulder, where the sheet touches your ankle. Just warmth, no story. Let your body sink into the mattress. Let the mattress hold you. You don't have to hold yourself. Let your legs get heavy, heavy like sand, sinking. Let your arms get heavy, so heavy you couldn't lift them if you wanted to. You don't want to. Everything is settling now, settling into the bed, into the quiet. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to sleep, even with the anger still warm in your chest, even with the thing unresolved. You don't need permission from anyone to close your eyes. You don't need to finish the argument to deserve rest. Rest is not a reward. Rest is just what comes next. The room is quiet. You are safe. The fight can wait. Everything can wait. Let your thoughts become sparse now. Just a few words floating, not connected, not meaning anything, just sounds drifting. The heat can come down. Nothing has to be settled tonight. You can put it down until morning. You can rest. You can sleep. Sleep. The darkness behind your eyes is soft. It is not empty. It is full of rest. Let yourself fall into it. Not far, not hard, just falling forward, like leaning into a pillow, like the moment before a yawn releases. That soft pull, let it take you.